Hi, whether you're brand new to tennis, you've been playing for a year or so like I have, or you're way later on in life and you just started picking up the sport for fun, you'll come to realize that on your rackets, you'll have an overgrip around your handle. Here is an example. This will be the example for today. As you can see, the overgrip is correctly applied with small overlapping lines across the bottom of the handle, down here all the way through the top, and then connected by your piece of adhesive tape provided by the company to wrap around the edge of the racket, making sure your overgrip does not wear off very soon and stays on for a long time. Now, on this racket here, I have removed the overgrip, meaning I have taken off the piece of adhesive tape wrapping around the handle, holding the overgrip in place, and then unwinded it, leaving the access piece. Now, once you have taken your replacement overgrip, you're going to want to make sure that you have a small piece of it attached to the side of the racket. As I have here, you can see where it's overlapped twice. Next, you're going to want to make sure that depending on the material it's made out of, on the example racket, it's a little bit thicker grip, meaning it's not as stretchy. This stretches quite a bit. So, as you wrap it around the racket, you'll come to find that it will give a little bit, meaning you can make small little edges on the racket. As you can see, it overlaps just barely. Now this is the end goal, and overall will provide you with a lot of comfort in your play. So you will then take the access, hold it in your hand, and slowly turn the racket, moving your hand up the handle inch by inch. Now, the smaller gap you can have in between each layer, the better. It basically makes the handle, well, the overgrip on the handle thinner and much more easier to apply and use in your matches or in practice play. Ideally, you don't want to have it super thick. If so, there are some people who like that, and if you're one of those people, do what you feel comfortable. However, given there are different size racket handles you can purchase, it is generally recommended using an overgrip to make sure you keep it nice and thin and wrap nice and tight, preserving the original thickness of your racket handle. Now, if it's a racket that's brand new, you may not have as many, it may not be worn into your hand yet, meaning here, this racket is my backup and I don't use it quite as much. You will not find as many grooves where I have worn down the original grip on the racket. If I were to grab the example racket one more time, you could easily find small indents in the original handle where I have worn it down over time, even with an overgrip to preserve it. Once you have reached the top, you will give it one good extra wrap just for safekeeping. And then you're going to want to grab your overgrip, pinch it, and tear it off, just like that. Small little piece at the end. Next, you're going to grab the outside wrapping layer that came with the package, and you'll find two pieces of plastic covering the adhesive. You're going to want to remove each of those from the adhesive tape. There's one. Here is the second piece, as you can see. And then you're going to want to attach it to the edge of the racket overgrip that you have just applied. Ideally, you want to make this nice and easy for yourself and not too hard. And there you go.